Hey everybody, hope you're all well. It's Friday, the 1st of May 2020. Welcome back to another episode of EGIL.TRADE with Let's Talk Crypto podcast and proudly sponsored by cryptofish.com. Still in quarantine, lockdown. It's now gone on 40 days where I am, and apparently we've got another 3 days left. Saturday, Sunday, then apparently Monday we're opening up again. But I have my doubts. I'm pretty sure that the local government here will extend it in some way. Or at least I don't think it's going to go back to normal just like that. Anyway, behind me here you can see we've got a sea of red. So Bitcoin and most of the crypto market has taken a dump, hit a level of resistance and come back down. Bitcoin's currently trading, at least on this index here, at 8,752. We'll come back to this. In the meantime, I'll just mention, if you guys want to buy Bitcoin, please head on over to cryptofish.com. It's a non-custodial platform where it's easy to buy, exchange, store, earn, and send Bitcoin. When buying, the Bitcoin or the crypto that you buy is sent directly to your wallet. Do not hold private keys on this platform. Internationally, you can use a Euro or USD or whatever currency that your country that you're in. It will just transfer it into USD, then into Bitcoin. You can use a credit card and debit card internationally, ACH in the US, SEPA bank transfers in the EU, UK foster payments, bank transfers in the UK, and soon we'll have US wire. Also on cryptofish.com, you do have a learning section, Bitcoin 101, Crypto 101, Blockchain 101. We've got a Cryptopedia, which is like a cryptocurrency and Bitcoin glossary where you can find out definitions to a lot of the terms that are used within the space. There's an absolutely free video learning portal, and of course we've got the crypto podcast. It's absolutely for free to use all that learning section, so yeah, take advantage of it if you want to dip your toes into the space. We do have an affiliate section if you guys want to earn by sending referrals. We've got everything here to get you started. Just join, you'll get given an affiliate link, and you'll earn crypto for every person that buys off our platform that you refer. All right, that's said and done. Let's just go back to what I had when I started this recording. As you can see, Bitcoin has lost 4.78%, and where Bitcoin goes, the other altcoins tend to follow. And there you can see most of them are in the red, with a few little splashes of green here and there. But for the most part, everything is in the red. Okay, so let's jump into the charts, guys. All right, as usual, I start off with my monthly chart. You can see I've got nothing marked up. I will put back on the drawings that I had from last time, and you'll see I've still got my year opens marked out, the current swing high that we need to get above. Well, the current wick swing high that we need to get above for us to start approaching this high over here, which was our 2019 highs, which I do believe we will get to if we can close either above 9,000, say 350 on a weekly basis, or if we just tick above, I would say 10,400. I think we're going to challenge the highs of 2019. What else can I tell you about this? Yes, okay, so we did have a monthly close last night, and as I've been saying for this whole week, I've been waiting for this monthly close. The yellow line, which is the 21 exponential moving average, 21 EMA, we closed above it. Which I'm leaning bullish here. Not only did we close above that, we closed above the 10 SMA. Extremely bullish to me. Now, a month is a long time. It doesn't mean we can't come back down and test different levels. But I am looking for us to close above these, above the 10 SMA. We also closed above the 30 SMA, 21 EMA. I'm looking for us to hold these levels now and probably etch out a range, I would say. Ideally, I would like there to be, it's not what I would like. What I'm looking for still is a move down to the 83 area. We did get a move down to 84 yesterday. I missed it. I wasn't at my computer, but I did manage to catch a trade at 85.95. I rode that back up to 88.50. where I closed. I think it might have gone a little bit higher to 89, but we'll have a look at that on the lower time frames just afterwards. I am currently positionless. I'm flat. I'm waiting for some opportunity here, which I'll go into on the lower time frames. I'm not just going to blindly go long from this position. I don't feel like I've got a place to manage my risk right here. Okay, so yes, powerful candle here. Not only that, we closed above the previous candle's open, monthly candle open. We've annihilated the 21 EMA, we've annihilated the 30 SMA, we've annihilated the 10 SMA. And currently we're sitting at 8,783. Also, something that we were watching for is the Stokes. If you have a look at this, the monthly Stokes have crossed up. I was saying that if we closed anywhere where we were yesterday or higher, we could expect a monthly cross up, and that has happened. RSI is just under the exponential, but it's grinding it. So yeah, we could see. Well, a month is a long time. We'll have to see how that plays out. But I'm pretty neutral on the RSI right now. We are in the neutral zone. So let's move down to another time to the weekly time frame. Excuse me. I don't have corona. I've got a little bit of hay fever, so please excuse me. Okay, here we go. So I have this box marked out here. I did mention this was the liquid zone that I was looking at for us to hit when we were around about. We were at about 7.9, I believe. Yeah, 7.850, 7.9 area. I did mark this box out as a particular area of interest, purely based on the support and the resistance that it's been offering on this time frame. And if we go down to a low time frame, you'll see it's quite obvious. But let's use this one. This area over here sent us up over $2,000, acted as support, broke through, tested back as resistance, sent us right down to a lower low. We went back up, and this over here I would call a bit of a swing pattern failure. It caught a lot of people because they were looking for us to close above this high here to generate a new uptrend, and it was quite effective. A bit of a bull trap here, went over this area here, causing a lot of people to think, okay, we closed on a higher high on a weekly basis, and now we just need to set in a higher low. And of course, that's when they caught everybody and sent us to this death drop over here. Now, as you can see, because this box marks it out quite nicely and makes it quite visually apparent, we've it's definitely an area, a very important area of interest here. Now, if a pivot point, I mean, if we start closing candles above here, I do expect us to challenge the 10,500 area. And although we might have a short pullback or a bit of sell-off, profit taking, I do think at that stage that this area marked out by this box will then act as support. So anyway, that's the way I'll be trading it. So if we do start closing candles above here, then I would definitely say we're going to challenge this. And even if we do have a sell-off due to longs closing, taking profit, I do believe that we would come back and at least test this for support. And I would be looking for that to hold at that stage, and then perhaps grind out this area of resistance before going through. I don't really have a time frame on that, but we are approaching the halving now. So as we get closer to the halving, I do expect that there's going to be a bit of movement, and the closer we get, and I mean within days, I'll be watching out at least for people closing their profit positions, which could cause a substantial drop in price. But I'm not looking for us to create new lows or anything like that. We're hitting macro areas here for sure. As you can see, we've pulled back, and I do think that we'll go and re-challenge that again. If I move down to another time frame, 2 day. Now the 2 day did come back down and test its 200 SMA. If you remember, we did note that we regained the 55, and within a short call of order, we absolutely annihilated the 200 EMA. Now you'll see that the death cross will could potentially turn into a golden cross as these things converge on each other. It would be interesting if we do come back down and pull into this golden cross, then go back and re-challenge this area here. This is the same area that I had marked out on the weekly basis, and you can see now it's quite it's an area of interest, and it's a bit of a liquid zone. So yeah, if we had to pull back into this cross and it crosses up, I would expect us to come back and challenge this and potentially break through and challenge this high here. Maybe we get a short-term pullback, test this as support, and then go. All that being said, that's my bullish case anyway. My bearish case would be that this whole move up here was just shorts covering. And if you look at open interest, we are back below 700 million again. This could bearish side, could be just shorts closing, and you could have a bit of distribution and then tumble over. My ideal long from this position remains the same. I would like to catch a long in the low 8,000s, maybe upper 7,000s. So I have this marked out here at 7,813, which happens to be exactly where the 2-day 200 EMA is. I really like that area here. So I would say anywhere between 7.8 and 8.1 would be of particular interest to me. To potentially reload some longs and ride it back up again. Right now, as I said, I don't have any positions. I'm flat, and I intend on keeping it that way unless something drastically changes. While I'm there, if we just have a quick look at the oscillators, yeah. So the two-day Stokes does cause me to worry a little bit. It doesn't mean that it's crossed yet, but it is losing a bit of momentum there. And if we also look at the fact that if the 2-day had to close anything like this, but it's not closing today. I don't think it's closing today. Let me have a look. 30th of April. No. Yes, it will close later today. So, if it closes like this, a bit of a shooting star candle, combined with Stokes losing a bit of momentum, combined with the RSI, potentially could reject the bullish control zone. Perhaps we do have a bit of a medium-term pullback. And this will be set in as a local high. But then I'd be looking for the next 2-day candle to close below the low of this wick here for that to happen. I'm not saying that'll happen. It's just the medium-term bearish case that I'm painting there. If we go look down into the 1-day time frame, we have got a daily stock crossing down, and and we do have a confirmation of a shooting star here. Well, yeah. It's a bearish looking candle anyway, a long wick on the upside, closing negative with the Stokes crossing down. However, not confirmed as a local top yet. Would need this the bottom side of this candle to be taken out for that to be a local top. And other than that, I mean, still it hit the liquid zone, as you know, and I would say this is what brought us up here could be shorts closing. Obviously, there was long interest, a little bit of FOMO, but I think more than anything, at least the last spurt of this up here was short covering, and then it got smashed down. So, at the very least, I would say there's a bit of profit taking at the top there too. So, let's move on to the 12-hour. Now, this is one of particular interest, and I actually haven't looked at it today. Please excuse me, guys. Bit of a late start for me today. Had to run a few errands within the house. And so something I've been watching for the last few days that I've been mentioning was this 12-hour Stokes, the cross. Now, if we look, I mean, you couldn't call it any better. The cross happened right at the top, and already we've lost, we've dropped from 9,400 and... What's going on here? Hold on a minute. $8,000, excuse me. Let me get this right. What is going on here? Give me a second, guys. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm going a bit dyslexic today. Anyway, so yeah, we had a high there of 9,485, and we've already, at least in the last two closures, we've moved from 9,485 to a low of 8,400. So over $1,000 drop, sell-off. Nothing to be laughed at. It's quite a substantial move. The question is, how much more has it got? I mean, we've got continuation off this shooting star here. We've confirmed that as a local top. I would like to see us come down, even if it's down to say the 81, 82 area. I'm looking at this 12-hour time frame. Test 10 SMA, but ideally even down to 7-9. And if we go back to the 2-day time frame, we probably find that, yeah, we have tested the 200. I still think over the coming days, a great buy would be at the 200 EMA on the 2-day time frame, from, let's call it 78. What have we got here? Excuse me. 78.16. Anywhere from 78 area. 78 up to 81. 81 being, or 81, 82 being the 12-hour 10 SMA, I think. Double check that. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, 81, 86. I'll be looking for positions around there, obviously just depending on how it reacts to that area when it gets there. And then I think I'd be expecting another try higher, and perhaps either we break through here, or at least start setting in some divergences that we can watch out for, at least on these time frames. Right, moving down to the 4-hour. 4-hour time frame, Stokes are crossed down. All right. We've come down. We've tested the 21 EMA, come back up and tested the 10 SMA as resistance. We have lost the exponential on the RSI. A little bit of cool off. I still do think, and this is just my opinion, that we could reaccumulate down here and test higher again. That is quite a possibility. Yeah. Although I stick by what I say. I would like us to come down 79, 78 to 81 area before entering any positions. At least that would give me a good position to manage my risk. However, I'll be watching it carefully. If we get anywhere into this region here, depending on how it's reacting, I might also look to enter long trades there. This is not financial advice. This is purely educational and purely for entertainment purposes. Do not make any trades based on anything I say here. This is purely opinion, and so take it as you will. And moving on. I think that's all I really have to say about this today. It is Friday, and I'll be watching the CME's close today to try and get a bit of an insight into what the weekly close might be looking at. I mean, the weekly on the crypto exchanges that run 7 days a week, we are well above the 21 EMA and well above the 30 SMA too. What I do like is we've got the 30 SMA, at least where the weekly is now, is starting to get a bit of an upward trajectory, ever so slightly. If you can see it there, it's the gray line on top of that white candle. So I would like that it kind of does get sort of momentum right, especially on the daily, but even on the weekly, I would say that would be a great indicator that perhaps the momentum is going to shift to the upside for the coming weeks, potentially month. Another thing to think about is if the monthly, because a month is a long time, if the monthly does come down and test this 10 SMA here, which is sitting at 83.41, so I do like the 83 area still. That could potentially be a buy depending on what it does. But even if it came down to the 21 EMA, I mean, that would be a hell of a buy. But yeah, I think this is in a bullish posturing as it is right now. All right, moving on. So enough charts. Let's move on to some of the news that I've picked up for today. Bitcoin futures market soar to highest volume since March. Market crash. You all remember what happened in March. We dropped to a low of about 3,600 or odd on MEX, and you can see it here. The volume was sky high on that, what looked like a capitulation dump over there, and you can see now the volume here on this last move, very high. It's definitely these three bars here are outliers completely, and yeah, just interesting to see that money is flooding back into the market, interest is pouring back in. So, I think that we might see quite high volume playing out between now and the halving as people gear for their positions. And yeah, if we start breaking those upper resistance levels, I think that volume will pour into the market as interest gains momentum. What I did notice though on CMEs, before that up move to 10,000, not 10,000, excuse me, into the 9,000s, was CMEs was actually leading. So we definitely had Contango there, and it was leading. It had quite a premium on it, and yeah, it's good to see that on the professional side, the professional traders are actually steering this a little bit. Next article that I found was analyst Maddie Greenspan puts money where his mouth is and allocates 100% of his portfolio to Bitcoin. Now, Maddie Greenspan used to be a chief analyst at eToro, which is a very easy to use sort of a retail platform for trading, where you can follow other traders. You can even automatically set your portfolio to be allocated to whatever they're doing. If they allocate X to gold, X to Bitcoin, X to Apple stock, Tesla, you can actually set your portfolio to track whatever they're doing. You can split it up to follow several people. You can trade it yourself. But the key concept here is that everybody's portfolios can be transparent. And so you can actually go into eToro, go find Maddie Greenspan, and go and see what he's allocating his portfolio to. Maybe it's 20% gold or 30% Bitcoin. But right now, as this article says, he's allocated 100% to Bitcoin. And if you look at the tweets that he says, call it FOMO, call it blind faith, or even stupidity, I don't care, IDC. My eToro account now is 100% allocated to Bitcoin. They say he's putting his money where his mouth is. So he also mentions this: in just 15 days, the annual inflation of Bitcoin will go from 3.65 to 1.8%, approximately half the global annual inflation rate. At this point, adoption doesn't even need to grow to sustain the price anymore. Satoshi either knew what he was doing or got really lucky. And then you can see the global inflation rates down here. Now, I have had Maddie on the show before. He's a great guy. He used to be a part of eToro, as I said, and now I think he's part of Quantum. Yeah, he's the founder of Quantum Economics. He sends out a regular newsletter analyzing the markets and giving his opinion on where things are going. And he does a lot of fundamental analysis. Although he does touch on technicals, he does a lot of fundamental analysis. Yeah, great guy. If you want to catch the interview I did with him, you can head on over to my channel here. Under the Crypto Market Wizards playlist, you will find we had Maddie Greenspan on. If I can find the Crypto Market Wizards, let's just pause that. Let it load, and I'm sure we had Maddie Greenspan on. Anyway, let's have a look here. Where is Maddie Greenspan? And there he is here, guys. Maddie Greenspan on Bitcoin and markets. That was about 9 months ago. It was when he was still with eToro, but he gave some great insights into how he looks at things, how he evaluates markets, whether it's legacy markets, commodities, Bitcoin, crypto markets, and that. You can catch it there. There are some other great videos here, guys. I did the Crypto Markets Wizard series. You'll see that, in fact, you should also catch the one with Socrates, Tyler, the writer, one of the joint writers, authors of the Hyperwave. He's a great trader, great poker player. That was a great episode that we did. Eric Crown, one of the best traders I've ever seen. Ex-CBOE and Arca trader. Now Crypto has a great channel called Crown's Crypto Cave. We had Teddy Kleps on, Crypto Michael, and Jackie's of Naburu Trading. when you've got time, catch that one. He also offers great courses on risk management and psychology, and he's got some great indicators and trading strategies. You get a 30% discount if you look in the description of this video. Go and click on it, get 30% off. It's a great course, probably better than a university education. And yeah, that'll be that. So yeah, that's our page. Please look in the description. We've got a Discord. It's absolutely free to join. We don't do signals or anything like that. We just want to grow a little community of avid traders and like-minded people so that we can share ideas, share concepts, and yeah, just discuss markets, legacy, commodity, forex, and the crypto markets. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and get the word out there. And yeah, I'm doing this. What spurred me to do this daily is that I'm in confinement, and I enjoy it, and it passes the time. It only takes like 20 to 30 minutes to do, and I feel like I am being productive in some sort of way. And at the same time, I'm probably journaling my thoughts on my trades. Anyway, have a great weekend. It's Friday. Let's watch the CME closure, and we'll see you again tomorrow.